Well, hey folks, Species7 here. Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for taking the time out to join me here today. And, well, as the title suggests, this is indeed my shutdown vlog. I know, I have just the greatest fans. Yeah, I will be, at some point today, starting to strip the necessary files, etc. from this machine. And, yeah, going to take a couple of days to do that. It's already getting on here today. It's about noon, and I've actually got my afternoon pretty much covered. So, still not 100% sure of. Dang, look at how nice that grass has gotten. Woo, and that's only a 50% fert. Still not 100% sure what sort of changes to the channel itself I will be making, but it's probably going to be a little bit of a surprising shift in the way things are done. Yeah, I'm not going to go beyond that at this point because I may well change my mind as time progresses. But I basically wanted to come on here today for a couple of reasons. One, because I'm sure you're all aware by this point that I am going to be shutting down for a while. But one reason is I wanted to come on and, just in case things go horribly wrong, give a really special shout out to those of you that have stuck with me on this channel for such a long time. Ha, crows. Caca! Caca! Driz, Delirious, Mephisto. We got, of course, Mr. Castle. Raprum, Reefy. And I know that seems like a short list, and I know there's lots more of you who are very special to my channel and who I care about a lot. But do you know how many things I had to forget to remember those few names? Like, I'm not sure where I parked my car anymore. Yeah. So, yeah, a really big special shout out to everyone that has supported me. And even if you've supported me just by showing up once in a while and watching a video, know that it is truly, absolutely appreciated. Right? So yeah, that's, well, don't know that we'll ever get to harvest these, but what a beautiful field. So there's that end of things. Those of you that came through and supported on Patreon, outstanding. Absolutely outstanding. Nothing I'd get rich from. Nothing I'd even pay me bills from, to be honest. But the little bit of extra that does come in, when you are kind of running a fairly fine line in your finances as it is, being a bit of a disabled old boot, yeah, really, really helped. And it gave me a lot of incentive, because I'll be honest, there's been a few times when I've gone, I'm done. I'm not going to do this anymore. I spend too much time with it. I've got this huge sense of commitment, and on and on and on. And it was knowing that there was people that actually enjoyed the content enough, cared enough about what I was doing, that they were willing to actually shell out the hard cash for it. Which, yeah, I think that's, because let's face it, the only difference between an amateur and a professional is one gets paid for what they do, and one simply does it because they enjoy it. You'd hope they both did it because they enjoyed it, but you get the drift. The second thing, well, if by some terrible, terrible mischance, and keep in mind, I'm about to, not only am I rearranging my entire house, which may not seem like a big deal to most of you, but as an example, I had some boards, etc., that I'm going to be using for the rebuild, and I went down and picked them up from where I had them stored, and they've been in the back of my car for a couple of days. Well, 3 trips up and down my front steps, which number 6, by the way. Oh, hey, so that would be 666. And yeah, that was it. I actually couldn't walk for almost an hour. So you can imagine that, rebuilding an entire, yeah, apartment from the ground up basically is going to take a little bit of a time with me. The other end of it is I'm about to take apart a perfectly fine working, a reasonably, well, a kind of poor but working computer, uh, and invest some of the parts thereof into a brand new build. Plus, and this is kind of the scary bit, a absolute slew of brand new bits, all of which, of course, conveniently enough, have now gone past their return dates. Um, you know, and all of which are mass-produced mainly through systems of robotics, which can mean there's, RMAs are not uncommon. Yeah. Problem is, they usually take a long time, and there's no guarantees. This is one of these deals. If I plug in that brand new Thermaltake power supply, and it decides to slide 12 volt down every rail, there goes my motherboard, there goes my RAM, there goes my, pretty much everything. It's going to take me months and months and months to replace these things. So, in the horribly, horribly unhopeful chance that happens, it may be a while before we once again get to chat. And that's unfortunate, because I would miss that. On the other side of the coin, if something like that, perchance, should happen, I do have an old, I think it's HP, business machine. Now, this thing is barely capable of gaming on Facebook, so it's certainly not a replacement computer. But it is capable of getting online, at least it was the last time I tried. It's one of these desktops that even the processor is not common. It's like an AMD A4 or something. Basically a mobile processor that's been converted for desktop use so that these big companies can afford to put out computers for $300-400 brand new, and the target audience for them will get by just fine with what's on board. So yeah, they're 4 gigs of RAM, no video card, and this bizarre processor, etc., etc. So I will at least be able to come on and go, hey guys, set fire to my room with my new computer, and it'll be a while. But hopefully that's not going to happen. Beyond that, though, you'll notice I'm not doing any work. No, I plan on, like I said, basically when I exit out of here, I'm going to grab everything that is underneath this particular game's heading and copy it all over, and it'll go onto a jump drive. And when and if I reach the other side and reload Farm Sim 19, I will be able to drag the files over, and hopefully all of this will be wonderful. Although, I have done a fair bit of changing and moving and sculpting and raising and lowering and all of that stuff. And if there's any changes to that with the new patch that may well come out while I'm offline, I may find that, oh look, we're starting from scratch. And if so, okie dokie, I will still have all of the mods. So, including the server, right? Because I don't shut those out when I go back and forth. So, timeline. Well, I am shooting for the 27th of March. That's when I'm hoping. What is that? Oh, okay. I thought it was the back of some kind of header or something, and I'm going, that must be kind of hard to attach, and it seems to have sunk into the ground, and oh, I see, it's just some sort of curb system. I guess you fill it with water or sand, and then, it's movable. And then you would connect them together. Anyway, so yeah, that's my target date. Now, I know that's a fair few days away from now, But yeah, in all honesty, that's probably about the quickest I'm going to manage this. Um, if I have no issues, as soon as I learn, yeah, see what I mean? As soon as I learn how to speak English, I'll be back. That'll be the outside edge of my time frame. No, actually, April 1st. That's the outside edge. If I haven't posted a video by April 1st, yeah, send the freaking Coast Guard, okay? Because I am wallowing at sea at that point. But it'll be right about that point I'll light up that other thing and attempt to go on and say, hey guys, uh-oh, and etc. But in the meantime, I think that's enough of my inane chatter and wandering up and down the farmyard. Those are really good lights, you know. Don't you wish it worked like that in real life? You could actually stare at such a powerful light source and still focus on everything, and yet it would give you that much light. Well. So, I'm going to let it go there. Hopefully you will come and seek me out once I am back up and running. And I'm going to try and make it a good experience for everyone once I do get back. So, again, thank you so much for your support up till now. Hopefully this is not the end of the journey, but simply, well, one more fork in the road and one more choice made to continue. With that, as always, most importantly, take care of each other, folks. And ciao. Hopefully, for now. Bye-bye.